Hey guys, this is Murthy from Manifold AI Learning. Now today I'm excited to announce that we are starting out a new book series, and now this book series is based on my favorite book, Hands-on Machine Learning with Scikit-learn, Keras and TensorFlow. Now this book was actually published a very long back, and I had my first edition, and when the second edition was launched I actually grabbed it over there, and I've gone through this book more than 4 times, and I know what are all there in this book, and I want to share the knowledge which I have got. And while sharing the knowledge, I'm sure I'm going to discover some more important things which is present hidden inside this book while I'm explaining to you. So that's the main agenda, guys. I want to share the knowledge which I have got from this book. And I just wanted to let you know, guys, if you're starting out in the machine learning or in the deep learning, I highly recommend you to buy this book. I'll be sharing you the link in description. You can use that link and purchase it. So it's one of the pretty amazing book, guys. And I've gone through this 4 times, and each time when I'm reading it, okay, I'll be understanding in a different way. So I'm referring this book for more than 4 years, I could say. So first I was referring this first edition, and now it's a second edition, and second edition is really fun. It's a color pages, guys, and it's available in India as well. That was one of the best thing that I could observe from this book. So please go ahead and support the author. Now in this book series, I'll be helping you to learn as, okay, what are the key things that you need to remember when you're learning for the first time. So there are many aspects which is in this book, so which would actually feel too much when you're reading it for the first time. So what I'll do is I'll try to break it down. So I'll explain one topic and I'll give you some more examples how it is relevant, and then we'll look into the deeper dive which is present in this book. So we'll use the concepts from the book along with my own understanding so that you can get the best out of your learning journey. Alright, now in this part 1, I'll be creating the videos in the format of just the way it is present over there in the book. In the part 1, it's about machine learning. Now here in the part 1, so in today's video, I'm going to cover 2 important topics. What is machine learning and why machine learning? Now, if you're someone who is already familiar with machine learning concepts and you want to start your learning journey in deep learning, please check out, there is another video series that we have already started. It's in our YouTube channel. You can check out our videos over there, and there is a separate video series on deep learning. Okay. All right. Now let's come back to this book. Now I'm very excited to teach these concepts, guys, because it's like a tribute for the author from my end. Okay. So the first question, what is machine learning and why? All right, now I know you might have understood or gone through these examples multiple times, what and why. I'll give a simple example, guys. Okay, now let's say I want to give an input and I want to multiply that input by 2 and I should get the result. Okay, so I'm going to repeat the same thing. I'll give an input to the system. So when I give an input, my computer should multiply it by 2 and it should give me the output. So observe over here. So input into 2 is equal to output. Now let me take some more examples. Let's assume I'm having some inputs like this. I'll say x and y. So if I have x as 1, obviously 1 into 2 is 2. So if I have x as 2, so y is equal to 4. X as 3, y is equal to 6. It's pretty straightforward, isn't it? So I'll give the input, I'll multiply it by 2, and I'll say, okay, this is how my output should be determined. Now, if I want the same activity to be performed by a computer program, how will I code? So I'll say it as, hey, get the input from the user. Once you get the input from the user, just multiply it by 2 and give me the output. Now, if I want to represent that relationship with the help of an equation, which is easier for us to understand, I'm going to say it as y is equal to 2 into x. So this y is equal to 2 into x is the rule that I have given to my computer. So this is the rule which gives the instruction as how it should process the information. So it should multiply it by 2. So this is a traditional programming. Now let's see how does a machine learning would do. So in case of my machine learning, I'll just do simple thing, guys. What I'll do is I'll just give this table to my machine learning model. my machine learning model is going to look through this table and it is going to come up with a rule. And this rule would say it as, hey, after I'm looking through this table, I think you are talking about the relationship where y and x are represented in this way. So my ML model is going to tell me as, okay, by understanding your x and y, I think that y is equal to 2x. So this is what your data is telling me. So this is what is the rule which has been identified by my machine learning model. Now the benefit is my machine learning model, it has learned a rule. Now that it has learned a rule, let's say I have a new data. Now when I say new data, let's say x is equal to 5. So when I give x is equal to 5 for this machine learning model, this machine learning model already knows what is the relationship between my x and y. So it says, okay, if x is equal to 5, so I know the relationship between the data that you have. So 2 into 5, so I'll give the output as 10. Can you make out the difference? So in case of traditional programming, me as a programmer, I have to specify the rule. Okay, so this is my data, this is the rule, do this processing. But in case of machine learning, I just give the data to my machine learning algorithm. My machine learning algorithm is going to do all the hard part, that means identifying the rules between my input and output. So it's going to find the rules between my input and output, so that once it found the rule, so it can just discard this table itself and it can just remember this equation y is equal to 2x, and when I give a new input, my machine learning model can produce the results. Okay, so are you with me here, guys? So my machine learning model can learn the pattern from the data. So that's what our machine learning is going to do. Now, if I want to talk about machine learning, so machine learning is a field that gives the computer the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. Alright guys, so this is what a machine learning is. Now the next question is, okay, so if this is my machine learning, why should I use this machine learning? How does it is going to help me? So the next question is, why? Now imagine this, guys. For the easier understanding, let's take an example of PayPal. Now PayPal is a payment gateway. It provides a payment gateway and it helps us to send the money to various users, and it also helps the business to collect the payment from the customer. So that means millions of transactions happens in a single minute. Now, if I'm working for a PayPal and if I want to write a program to detect whether a particular given transaction is a fraudulent or not, imagine the complexity if I want to write such a program when I have such a complex application. So I have to think about every possible scenario where it could be a fraudulent, and on that basis I'll have to understand, okay, what a fraudulent transaction would look like, and on that basis I'll have to write a code explicitly saying it as, okay, if this is behaving in this manner, mark it as a fraudulent transaction, please do not make the transaction successful. But can that be a real scenario? No, obviously there will be complex of data, and each and every time new hackers will find a different ways to hack into the system and make a fraudulent transaction. Now, when we have such kind of issues, what we can actually use is, we can make use of the similar concept which we have done earlier. So what we can do is, I can collect the list of fraudulent transaction and then I can give it to my machine learning model. My machine learning model is going to analyze these fraudulent transactions and understand, hey, given this data, okay, so this is how your fraudulent transaction would look like. Okay, so I have noted down, I have understood from your data, this is how the fraudulent transactions would be. So once my machine learning model has learned such information, what it can do is, we can have it running in the production server. So when a similar transaction is happening, obviously my machine learning model will quickly be able to respond and let us know as, hey, this is a fraudulent transaction, so what do you want me to do? So do you want me to hold the transaction, or do you want me to decline it, or do you want me to go through? So that's the control that I'll be having as an app developer when I'm making use of this machine learning in my production applications. Now there are some disadvantages as well. We have to make sure that our model is not biased, but that's a different topic. For now, just understand why we require machine learning. I'll be requiring my machine learning in a places where I want to solve the complex problem, where it is difficult for me to specify, okay, this is how it should behave. So in such scenarios, we'll be making use of machine learning. And as I mentioned already, machine learning is a system or a program which will actually learn from the data without being explicitly programmed to. So this was a short video on what is machine learning and why we need to learn machine learning. So let's continue more on this wonderful book in the next video. Till then, take care.